Hey there, this is Dutch and welcome to episode 5 of Developing a Minecraft World, and we are once again in the mob farm laboratory. God, I pronounced that like an idiot. Laboratory. And I may have gotten a bit carried away when playing off camera. As you can see, this place looks quite different to how it looked last time. You can already see I did choose to make those into top slabs. But yeah, the entire place is fully functional at the moment. Both the zombie and the spider farms work. As you can see, we have the collection point here, and I may as well demonstrate both of these. Just for a second here. Down here is a part that's not finished yet, but this is the item collection area for the cave spiders. In case we want to get some string or spider eyes. We won't likely be using that very much though, because once you've got a bunch of string and eyes, you don't really need any more. Except maybe if we want to build an ender farm or something. But yeah, that's also what this chest area here is for. Just to store the string and stuff like that. And over here we have an incinerator that I installed. I'm probably gonna... What the heck? What happened to the logs? That's weird. Pretty sure I had them. That's kind of weird. We are in 1.4.2. It has been released. And yeah, over here we have some research results that I came up with. Because I did want this to be some sort of a lab. So over here we have a... I originally wanted to go for like these test tubes, like big ones, where the spiders and zombies might have come up in, but yeah, I decided not to do that. But here we have some sort of a test tube kind of thing inside the wall, where we can see the zombies that have come down. But yeah, these are some research results that I thought up, and I'm just going to read them here. Flesh appears deteriorated as a result of the infection. No intact bones have been retrieved from zombie corpses. Zombies may require killing humans to acquire blood. Now, the reasoning behind this is, of course, well, the flesh is rotten, and I just put some flesh on the wall there using the new item frames. The fact that you don't get any bones from zombies, I thought that was always, well, not always, but it's kind of weird, because, you know, they're zombies. Zombies have bones. They're just skeletons, but they have some flesh, so... Yeah, I took that out of context basically and said like, well, they don't have intact bones, and a basic fact of human biology is that we require our bones to create blood. Red blood cells are created inside our bones, so yeah, you know, I just came up with this little theory here is that they require to kill to get their blood. I don't know. Maybe they're vampires. Zombies are vampires. They eat brains to get blood. Anyway, basic intelligence seems to be present. Zombies have been reported to wield tools and wear armor. Now, these is actually are a pair of boots that I got from the zombie farm. Let's actually turn these off. We have more than enough. And I wanted to put a iron sword or iron shovel or something in here that I've gotten from the zombies, but I haven't managed to get one yet. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'll be filling that in later, and then. We have this part. Testificate zombies appear to react to visual stimuli. I totally made that up. Perhaps the survival of testificate populations can be linked to this phenomena. Tests to find a cure for the infection are inconclusive. And this is just a reference to the fact that you can actually heal testificate zombies. I wanted to make it seem like sort of believable that they could be healed, so I just said like, yeah, they react to visual stimuli. I totally made that up, like I just said. But I think this adds a nice touch to the room, even if it's mostly bullshit. But yeah, it's fun. Anyway, now we can test this. I was having some trouble with the zombies still dying sometimes when they fell down, and I found that fall damage is kind of inconsistent. So I lowered the elevator one more, and it takes about 2 to 3 hits per zombie to kill them, so it's quite annoying. It does take a long time to kill them, but you know, that's the price you gotta pay. It's still quicker than having to wait for double the amount of spiders, so you know, it doesn't really bother me. And usually I'll just throw the zombie meat into the incinerator here, because it's useless. And then we have the spider farm. Now, this is actually something that I spent a good deal on designing because I wanted to do something new with the redstone behind this, so I decided to make a one-button spider crusher. So if you press this button once, they will get crushed. And as you can see, the bottom piston below there is still extended. Actually, we can see it better if we go under here. See, this piston is still extended. Now, you may have noticed that one or two spiders do die once you crush them. I don't know why that happens. I think that has to do with the fact that some of them are getting trapped by the bottom and the top piston simultaneously. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't really matter too much to me. And these are just a one-shot kill. So you can just get them real easy like that. And then if you press the button again, the bottom piston will retract. And if you want, you can go down here and collect the items. It would have been more efficient to have a piston come out somewhere along here to trap them, so maybe that would have prevented them from dying, but to be honest, I really don't know, because I'm pretty darn sure that they do not get any fall damage in here. And what the... Still a spider in here? Oh well, whatever. He must have gotten up on the walls where we were walking over here. It works perfectly fine if you're just standing in this area. But yeah, let's just show off the redstone real quick. We can get through here. There we go. Right, so this is the redstone. Let's get on top of here. Damn it. Alright, so this is where the button is. It's connected to this block. So it basically just goes out here. Then it goes down here. Now I have to use a... This block isn't... Oh yeah, it is necessary actually. But we can remove it. It prevents that connection from being made to this. That shouldn't happen, but yeah. Needed to use a repeater here, because otherwise it would have powered the bottom piston. But yeah, then it basically goes out to this point here. Let's put that block back. Where it splits. Now this is simply a pulse generator. Oh no, it's a T flip-flop. This is a pulse, one-tick pulse, and then this makes it into a T flip-flop with the piston. What that does is, once that gets activated, it will activate the bottom piston. So that traps the spiders in there. And then over here, it also splits off to an AND gate over here. Now this doesn't look like a traditional AND gate. That's because I did not invert this signal. That is necessary to get the functionality that I was looking for. And here we use the locking mechanism to create a pulse lengthener. Now this was required to make sure that this AND gate would stay powered properly once this T flip-flop turns off. Otherwise the entire system wouldn't really work correctly. But yeah, basically what this does is it makes sure that this entire system only works on the first button press, because if you press the button for the second time, then this circuit will still be powered from the T flip-flop, and due to the delay it will get into this AND gate in time, and that way it won't get activated again. So that's what prevents this, or that's actually what makes this entire thing work. Now what we have over here is basically just a RS NOR latch with a timed circuit here, which is the timing that yeah, basically allows us to one-shot the spiders, and then the output, which is this torch over here, is going to go all the way up here to the second piston, which is underneath this block. So that's the basic rundown of how this system works. I didn't really think about this explanation in advance, so it might have been a bit unclear. So yeah, you can post a comment if you really want to know the specifics of this. But I'd say that about does it. And considering that we've already been working on this place for 2 episodes, we're gonna take a break from this. And actually I also hooked this up properly, the light switches, and the doorway is gonna be over here. I'm probably gonna put a piston door in here, just, you know, for fun. And then there's gonna be other stuff over here. I have some ideas, and some things on our to-do list are to create a proper ceiling. Get this chest out of here. Still lots of crap in here, but yeah. We're gonna do something else. We're gonna start working on the village a bit more. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna be building some additional houses, or maybe starting out on my own house. Something like that. We'll have to see. So I will meet you guys in a second when I'm up by the village. Here we are, and it seems that we've got ourselves another new villager. I don't know which one died, because I think I had like 4 blacksmiths, so... but I just saw a baby butcher around. Oh yeah, here he is. So yay, hopefully we'll get some good trades. I know one of these guys actually wanted to buy diamonds, which was a really bad one. Let's see if I can find him. Is it there? No, where's the last one? I think I just saw him around here somewhere. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. Should also mention I enchanted this sword, and it's friggin' awesome. Sharpness 4, looting 3, and knockback 2. Now the knockback I'm not really too great on that, but yeah, it's useful for creepers, so it's not really a bad thing. It can be annoying sometimes. And I also cleared most of that forest up there. Now, the big trees are a pain in the ass, and I do want to clear all of it, so I actually have flint and steel on me. So we're just gonna burn those real quick. Should be nice and easy, considering that the fire has been buffed recently in hard mode, which is very nice. I never really liked the fact that they nerfed the fire so hard. So we should only have to set a flame to one of these logs on each tree, and they should all go up. Let's see if that works out. Yeah, it seems pretty effective. Because, you know, I think that this kind of fire spread, it's a bit too strong. As you can see here, these trees are just being incinerated really quick. But I do like it better than the nerf fire, which was just too weak in my opinion. You still have that, of course, in the easier difficulties. It's only on hard mode that we have the fast fire. And speaking of fast, I'm getting quite some slowdown because of this fire. I can feel it. But yeah, nothing too bad. Because I think we will be using this area mostly to expand our village. And perhaps to build our own home somewhere on one of these hills. Well, they're not really hills, they're just slightly higher, but plateaus, I think we should call them. Well, plateaus really... whatever. I don't care. There's some bones here. Let's see, we have a couple of more forests here. We're not really too fussed about that. I really wanted to clear out all of these trees because this location's very nice with the river and stuff. I think we may make this river a little bit wider in the future because it kind of, yeah, it dissipates here for a little bit. Doesn't really look very good. But yeah, we can build a nice and fancy bridge over this, which should be amazing. And then we can just expand our village in this direction. Another reason I want to do that actually is because the plains are mostly in this area. So if we will go over here, that's next to that forest over there would be about the center of this plain biome. And we'll want to be using this mostly because it's a lot easier to build in plain biome. And I think I'm gonna make this a pretty big like castle-like town. I've already got a bunch of ideas for how I want to build my own home, but it's gonna be pretty damn big, so we'll have to plan that out properly. But yeah, I just want to take care of some supplies first, because I only have oak wood and birch wood. So we can just run over to the jungle real quick and cut down a big tree. Let's see. And I'm probably gonna time-lapse that or cut it out. I'm not sure yet. So yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. And then I'll also run to the snow biome somewhere over there. I forget if there's one of them that doesn't have any trees, so I'll have to look out. I'll definitely definitely gonna cut that out because that's a long walk. But yeah, I will talk to you guys once we've got saplings of each kind. Alright, I've managed to procure some saplings of each kind of tree, so yeah, in case we need any wood, we're gonna be just fine. Now I think we need to get down to doing some design work and planning this stuff out. Maybe a good idea to just get some wood and start laying down some basic shapes. I'm not really sure yet how I want the entire thing to look or how big the village is gonna be. So that's something we're gonna have to take into account. Maybe we could just have my home in this area because it's really flat. That makes for good building. Then we could have a bridge leading up to it. That would probably be pretty cool. But this area doesn't really have the right shape for it, though. I should probably tell you guys what I'm planning. Basically, I want my home to be pretty big, because like I said before, I'm not really going to have much of an underground base this time around. So yeah, that's the basic thing, and I want it to be somewhat square shaped, at least for the courtyard, because I do want to make a courtyard. This area seems kind of thin, like it's thin and long, this flat piece of land, so probably not going to be the best thing. Alright, tell you what. Might be a better idea to see if there's any better spots around here. Still have a speed potion for 20 seconds, so may as well make the best of it. Because the entire area is relatively flat, so it shouldn't really be too hard to terraform it up a bit. The mountains are all the way over there. I do think that's the highest hilltop in the area, though. Now we got something over here, but that's relatively close to the desert. Don't really want to build too close to that, to be honest. Let's see. Cave here, I've already explored it. Alright, so this is basically where we don't want to go. All the way over here. I think we maybe ought to... Oh yeah, of course. I'm being an idiot. What we want to do is simulate the process of how a real-life village would come to be. And have I seen this before? I don't even know. I've explored the entire area, that I know, but oh well. Because in real life, the way that villages and towns came to be is, of course, when you have a river like this, that's a prime place to set up a village. I mean, you got water and resources, very easy to grow food, and that's what we have going on here with the farm. So I think what we want to do is maybe flatten this area a bit if we can. But this is going to be our agricultural center, which is probably going to be outside of the city walls, so we're going to have to move the blacksmith and stuff like that eventually, but yeah, we're going to have to make entirely new buildings for that anyway, because I do want to make a kind of a grand project in the vein of something that I have done before when I was playing on another server. And that wasn't in vanilla though, so it was significantly easier back then. But, you know, considering that this is going to be my main Let's Play series, I'm probably going to be able to put lots of hours into this, so it should be fine. But yeah, around this river is where we're going to want to have our farms. I think that might work, because we do have that large flat piece of land up here. Let's actually go to sleep real quick. It's kind of annoying at nighttime. Just do that, because it is kind of inconvenient to me at least that the river is so... you have like these really large riverbanks here. Well, on the one hand, that's actually a good thing, though, because it means we can expand the river quite a bit. I mean, basically, this entire lower part we can make into the river, so we can make it a fair bit larger, which is good. And we could maybe have a sawmill or something to that extent. Let's see, is there any flat piece of land? Maybe over there, on that corner, we could build a sawmill. Which would look nice. I think that's what we're gonna do. That might be a good starting point, actually, because if you're building a village, lumber is gonna be pretty important, so sawmill would be one of the first things that villagers would build, I think. I mean, after basic houses, I guess, but we already cleared the forest up there. We might have to replant a forest, actually, to simulate woodcutting. Yeah, I want this thing to just look good, basically. I'm not gonna make it too practical or anything, you know. It's gonna be mainly eye candy, and then in my own home is gonna be where... What the heck am I doing? I need to make a shovel. I am level 25, so let's say we just enchant a shovel real quick. I don't really need level 30 for a shovel. So we'll just go for a level 24 enchant. Like, let's see. That's 26. Okay, one more, 24. That's 22. Wait. Yes, there we go. Alright, that's very nice. Good enough. Let's take these torches. And we're gonna build ourselves a sawmill. I'm probably gonna make the river a bit deeper too, because we wanna have... This may not be a very practical spot for it. Well, I guess, because the river gets kind of thinner here, so that would make sense, because then the water would be flowing faster through this part. Yeah, that makes sense. If what I'm saying doesn't make sense, then look up how a sawmill works, because you basically have this large wheel that's in the water, that's driven by water. So yeah, having a faster current going through that would definitely help. Do we want to... I guess we can just dig out this hillside here. Oh, efficiency 3? Yeah. Looks like our distance is going to be important here, because how's this work? So I just dug fast, but... Oh yeah, there we go. Something like that. Ah yeah, there we go. Looks like efficiency 4 is preferred, so that kind of sucks that we didn't get that, but we'll still be able to dig relatively fast with this. So I'm just gonna dig out this hillside here for a bit, and then I'll be right back. Alright, I've reshaped the hillside here for a bit. Now, it did occur to me that we're not going to want to build this entirely at ground level, though, so we could have it going into the, or onto the hill here for a bit, because if we're going to have like this large thread mill over here, then it's going to have to be pretty high up, you know, to connect to the building. So this will probably have like a cobblestone foundation or something like that, and then it'll just be like wooden pillars. So to just get a basic idea, you would have this big frickin' wheel over here near the water, and then let's just get some dirt so we can get up there. Okay, and then this would basically be the axle for that, which would connect to the building. And then over here we would have a cobblestone foundation. This is just going to go somewhere here, and then The entire building is going to be made up of these wooden pillars. This is just a really basic theme. Yeah, I'm basically just going to go by stuff I've seen in from playing Skyrim and just some pictures on the internet. But that's the basic style it's going to be. You know, this wheel we're going to have to do something with. Probably going to make this a bit wider here because it's a bit small. We're going to have to make it a lot deeper as well. But I'm not really too fussed about that. So let's make sure it's day real quick. Because I do really want to have a think about this. Probably wasn't the best idea to just start with this on the fly, but you know, what you gonna do. So let's see. We can probably get down in basic shape. Let's see. Let's see here. Alright. Let's look at that schematic I found. Alright, so this is gonna connect to some sort of a mechanism. So the building would have to be mainly like this over here. So this part of the building would probably house the saw blade mechanism, which basically converts the rotational energy that we get from here into a movement that can be used for a sawing blade. So that would be housed somewhere over here. And then this would basically be the rest of the building. Now, this is going to come out in the water, so we don't really want to do that. We might want to make it go back here a bit further, but we'll think about that in a bit. Yeah, that's definitely not going to work. Okay, let's get rid of this stuff then. Thinking the main part of the building is going to be on top of this hill here. We might make the hill a little bit bigger again. I just wanted to have some better space to work with. Okay, so if the river is going to be like running over here, then the wheel can be over here, just right next to the building. And then we can have like a bunch of stuff in here. And then, let's see. I think this will work. Yeah, that's pretty long. Now I'm probably gonna replant some trees somewhere over here in this area. We might keep that forest around, expand it a bit, make it all a bit more believable. Might make this a bit wider too, actually, because it's a bit small, but yes, we'll want to make some grand stuff. Okay, so this maybe wouldn't necessarily be the first building that settlers would build, of course, but we're not going to go in the exact order that real settlers would build their stuff, because then you'd probably have just basic woodcutters' huts first, which they would use to build residences and farms, and then eventually, once the entire town starts growing, they would build a sawmill. But crap, don't have any more cobblestone. Whoops. But yeah, that's all just theoretical anyway. I mean, in the end, we just want this entire place to look good. It's probably going to be pretty difficult, but let's get some cobble. Alright. Probably not going to make this episode too long, because what I'm doing is pretty dull, to be honest. But yeah, I do want to share my thought process behind this design work, so that's kind of what I'm doing here. Because it would kind of beat the purpose of making a Let's Play if I just started the episode and was like, oh, I built this sawmill over here, and yeah, that wouldn't work too well. Right, so over here, the dimensions are Debatable, of course. Let's see, it's over this side. Might make this hill a little bit lower, actually. That might be a good idea. It seems a bit high to me to be building this on, so might be digging this stuff out here, but yeah, I think this is gonna be somewhat okay for our basic dimensions. If we go one more. Foundation wouldn't reach up this far, of course, the cobblestone foundation, but that doesn't really matter right now. We're just laying down the law. Oh no, wait, not the law. Yeah, that seems alright for basic shape. Let's be a bit wider. Like this. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Yeah, I do definitely want to make this a bit lower. So let's just dig out this top layer real quick. We can do that pretty fast. This too. Oops. Yeah, the regular dirt is of course faster to dig out. Didn't consider that. Kind of annoying, really. You're digging grass and dirt at the same time. So this is probably going to be the ground level for the actual cutting floor. Like what we're standing on right now. So there's basically going to be like these logs that are coming through. Oh, whoops. How do we do that? Like this, and then a saw blade somewhere along here, which is being powered by that. It's going to be very lovely once it's all done. It's probably pretty hard to visualize for now, but I promise you we're going to get there relatively soon. Because this is basically going to be entirely for looks. And I'm probably going to be storing my wood in here. Just so it makes sense. So we might want to have like a basement. Which has a bunch of chests in it. That could work. Right. Well, that's the basic idea anyway. I'm probably gonna do some work here before next episode. Because really, I would just cut away for now and do some stuff, but I'm a bit foggy on the details at the moment, so I think I'll just do that off camera, and next time we might continue on this, or we might finish up the lab, because we still need to make the collection area look pretty and stuff like that. Yeah, it's gonna be either or, one of those two. But yeah, I say that's it for today. Didn't get a whole lot done. Actually, just, yeah, it took me a long time to show off the lab. It took me like 10 minutes. It was more than I expected. Need to work on that. Need to work on my presentation skills. But right, next time I promise we're gonna get more work done, because this was more like in just to prepare for building this thing, getting the wood and stuff like that. Even though you didn't even get to see that, but whatever. Doing some planning. So yeah, next time we're gonna get shit done. See you guys then.